The oil and gas industry is a notoriously cyclic market. There are, storybook highs and there are storybook lows. If you look back, Ulterra's been through two major downturns in 2008, 2009, and 2014 through 16. Through both of those, Ulterra grew in market share.
When we came out of the 2009 downturn, that was a milestone within Ulterra's history. That's when we showed and proved to the industry that we were here to stay.
If you think about in 2014, at the height of 2014, there were roughly 2,100 rigs running in the US. At the bottom of the market, there were, I believe, 386. That means for every 5 rigs running, 4 of them went away. That's a big deal.
The downturn, while it was extremely difficult for Ulterra, it also highlighted a lot of our strengths. One of those strengths is, of course, our people. The people really got out there and made things happen. And they also had a system backing them up through our inventory and our engineering processes that allowed us to illustrate to customers what was the most important thing, and that's performance.
We did have a lot of rapid growth coming out of that downturn. Luckily, our reputation that we developed through that time allowed us to attract those talented people and to fuel that growth.
And we had a company and a structure that allowed us to push performance to extreme limits and cut cost for our customers, which at the end of the day allowed us to come through the downturn highlighting what we are the best at.
Once we got our foot in the door, we were able to perform. We were cutting days off wells. That's when they really started believing in what we had to offer Ulterra in several of the districts.
During those 2 years, Ulterra grew in market share by more than 10%. And that's not 10% over where we were. We're talking about 10% of the total market in the US shifted to Ulterra.
When everybody else had kind of pulled back on the reins and were not producing any new product, Ulterra continued to develop and design new products, and instead of selling the old stuff out, which our competitors were doing, we were trumpeting with new designs, and they got caught in that rut and they weren't producing any new bits, so our performance just leaped over them.
So when every single decision that they were making mattered, and they were putting every single decision under the magnifying glass, they trusted Ulterra, and that's huge. We can't take that for granted. For trusting us, we owe them that responsiveness. We owe them that quality. We owe them that first-hand nature, that stand-up attitude. And it's not to compete with anyone else. It's to win their business.